Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. I have another what sold video for you, and so I'm going to be going through about 15 or 20 items that sold recently, why I picked them up, and maybe even why I thought the buyers bought them, any interesting stories about them to help you guys be able to source better and know what buyers are buying over on eBay. This first item I picked up, I was reluctant to pick up. I actually got this, I think I told you guys, one thrift store that I buy from had a pallet of stuff that they send to recycle. They call it sending to mission. And I asked them if I could go through those items before they trash them and dig out anything that I thought was of value and pay them for it. So I picked this up basically out of the thrift store's garbage. And I picked it up not because I thought it was cool, but because I think there's a whole genre of people right now that think these ugly vests are cool. I'm sorry if you're one of them. It probably looks awesome on you, and I can guarantee you I probably like some style that you don't. But this sold for $17 plus $5 shipping, and it is just a 90s knit vest. That's me showing measurements. Always show measurements, show tags, and just any detail that would help a buyer understand what does this fabric maybe feel like. They cannot pick up your item. I'm always telling you guys this. Give them an experience that is as if they held it. $17 plus $5 shipping for the thrift store's garbage. I listed the other pair of Birkenstocks that I did not list. I had two pair of Birkenstocks men's clogs, and one of them sold in the 99-cent auction challenge that Courtney over at BOLOs Buddy put on. Or Bolo Buddies, I'm sorry, Courtney over at Bolo Buddies put on this awesome 99-cent auction challenge, and one pair of Birkenstocks sold there. So I listed this second pair, and they sold for $50 plus $8 shipping. You guys know I'm going to try to get the buyer to pay shipping, but I have been experimenting with some free shipping. I talked a little bit about that in my last what sold video, so nothing really special about these. A little bit of wear on the back of the heel that I wanted to exhibit. Anytime that I see a marking, a size, anything like that, I want to show that, show buckles and closures, and just help the buyer to know that these are genuine Birkenstocks. The bottoms of these were in much better condition than that last pair, but not spick and span. So $50, guys. Birkenstocks are consistently good sellers. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 other pair that I need to get out and list during this warm weather that we're having. This next item I was shocked about. It's not by any means like going to pay the electric bill from this one sale or anything, but it sold for a lot more than I thought it was going to. This item was in an auction box that I think I had my eye on a pair of vintage shoes in this box, and I had to buy the whole box. So I bought it, and inside was this tiny little coin purse. You guys, this was maybe 4 inches across. This is the type of thing, being that it's completely unbranded, that you really need to get good keywords in to sell for $24.99 plus $5 shipping. $29.99 for that tiny little carpet bag coin purse. Let me tell you the keywords that I put in there. When you find things like that that are unbranded, if you cannot get the right keywords in there, you're never going to get the right buyer to see it. So my keywords in my title said vintage floral tapestry small carpet bag clutch purse key lock. Sold for $29.99. This next item was a very large Fiesta bowl that I was pretty terrified about shipping and had to go in an enormous box to ship. Recently, a subscriber gave me the very good knowledge and information that when you file a claim with USPS, they want to inspect the package if it was damaged, and what they're looking for is at least 2 inches of padding or some type of free space around the item to ensure that you properly packed it. This bowl was huge. This was a Fiesta Wear bowl that sold for $65 plus $12 shipping. I think if I was a little bit more patient, I could have possibly gotten more out of this. But my good friend Alicia gave me this for free also whenever she was moving, and she gave me a lot of things actually that I think they had a yard sale, and these were things that they didn't sell. I was reluctant to accept these bowls because I did not want to ship them, but after I discovered a really good way to ship breakables, you guys, I said, I'm gonna list this thing. I have a video out about how to ship breakables where my husband and I actually box up a solid glass vase and some fine china, and we play soccer with it in the yard, because sometimes I feel like that's what some of these large carriers do with our packages. And guys, they survived. The glass vase was unharmed after we kicked it around in the backyard. If you want to know how to ship breakables that they will actually get there intact, and you can sell random free bowls that you got from your friends for $65 plus shipping, check the link in my description to that video and definitely check out how to ship breakables. So shout out to Alicia for giving me that bowl, $65 plus $12 shipping. Again, I think I could have held out and maybe got a little bit more from another Fiesta collector, but that thing was large and it was taking up a lot of space. So bye-bye for $65. This next item is a scarf. I think on this particular scarf, the buyer got a hold of me and said, before she wanted to buy this item, she said, why is shipping so high? I said, well, it's $4.25 or it was $3, something like that for her area. And I said, you know, USPS first class starts at $3 and change. I think people assume that you can just stick a stamp on something and mail it to them. And if you are a good eBay seller, you won't do that. It's not trackable. It's going to show up as a shipment that you had late tracking on. And it's your word against them if it never shows up, because again, it's not trackable. So this was a vintage scarf. After I explained that to her, I'm sorry, I should finish the story. After I explained that to her, she actually came back and bought the item. She said, thanks for a prompt reply and a good explanation. And she bought this vintage Diane von Furstenberg blue, gray, white, 100% silk scarf, rolled hem Japan. Those were my keywords. $15 plus shipping on this Diane von Furstenberg scarf. I picked this up at a Goodwill and I want to say I paid 50 cents for this. This is the overall pattern of this particular scarf. And so that was a little Diane von Furstenberg there in the corner. If you haven't heard of Diane von Furstenberg, it is a nice designer. It's not going to bring you like what Chanel would or something, but it also, if you see DVF, those are the initials for Diane von Furstenberg, and it's a pretty good seller, clothing and scarves as well. More so in the vintage, I feel like, than modern. Correct me if you feel differently. This next item I have had listed, let's see, 784 years. This thing, let me tell you how old this is. I don't even take pictures on this wall anymore. This is a brick wall upstairs, and it has been years since I took pictures of anything clothing wise inside. I mean, it was literally 3 years ago that I listed this Reebok jacket, but recently every vintage windbreaker that I had just like left my store. This one only sold for $11.50 plus $7.50 shipping. I feel like since that was listed so long and was getting to be such a low price, I probably should have ended that listing and relisted, you know, or sell similar and like revitalize that. I tried it a couple times over on Poshmark and I just could not get any traction on that really cool vintage Reebok. That one sold via promoted listing though for, like I say, $11.50 plus $7.50 shipping. And right beside it was another vintage Reebok jacket. Now this one was a men's and hadn't been listed nearly as long. It is not on the brick wall. And this one sold for $18 plus $5 shipping. And you can see it has the little flag logo, the flag Reebok logo over there on the chest, which is a big deal to folks, and it has a little flag detail up there as well. So $18 plus $5 shipping on a vintage windbreaker. This next one, credit to my husband. I tell you guys, he's the real MVP. He found this during our vintage t-shirt haul. I will link that video below also if you want to see the t-shirts that he found. He's not even a reseller, just from hearing me talk reselling stuff, he found amazing haul of single stitch, made in America t-shirts, and also this sweater. And when he picked up the sweater, he said, I don't know if you wanted this one or not since it's not a t-shirt. And I was like, oh, we are buying that. Look at this sweater. It says Chevy Tough, and then here on the arm it says anytime baby. I don't even know, there's so much going on and so much gaudy on this sweater. It's got a bulldog, it's got the Chevy logo. This thing, I think I originally listed it over $100 or close to $100, and again kind of came down on price. This sold for $64 plus $7.50 shipping. $64. We paid $1 for that sweater. So maybe sweaters were $2. The t-shirts were $1, but maybe the sweaters were $2. This next item I thought was going to like pay the mortgage one month, and it did not. This sold for $6. And I don't know exactly what I paid at the yard sale. This was 2.5 years ago at a yard sale, I think. $6 plus $5 shipping for this vintage tubbable toy. Now, you have seen the toys very similar to this, vintage toys with like a rubber face. I had one of those also when it was like a bunny or something. And guys, not all of those rubber face toys are created equal. Certain brands will sell for $100, $200. Some of them, I know this one isn't rubber face, but it's very similar. Some of them sell for $6, okay? The other one that I sold, that was the bunny and rubber face, I want to say it only sold for like $12 or $15. And I was so excited when I found those. I thought that they were going to be over $100, maybe $200 a piece. So you just never know, but it's good to get your feet wet in different categories, and that's how we learn things, right? This next item, I'm a bit surprised about the price that it sold for. This is what I was hoping it would sell for, only if someone was able to see what I saw in this belt. Let me show you a picture of it first, and then I want to tell you what my title is, and maybe even what the description was on this. So I am selling the belt, not the shirt. I styled it with the shirt because I thought it looked amazing and very, very disco. But this is just like one of the, it's kind of like a mermaid scale metal belt. It is so beautiful, you guys. And my title on this, they paid $39 plus $5.50 shipping. This went international GSP to a global or an international buyer. My title is Vintage 70s 80s Gold Scale Metal Belt Waist Disco Stretch Knit Share Donna Summer. That's a mouthful, right? Let me tell you what my item description on this. Get your platform shoes, pick out your fro and bust out your best band tee for this incredible piece of fashion history. Let's turn back time with an incredible gold tone belt, sure to take any outfit you have from dull to Studio 54 in no time. No wonder they paid $40 for that belt, right? Like, you pay $40 just for the description. So again, it was unbranded, vintage item. That is the type of stuff that I love picking up. What is absolutely worthless to a lot of people, it's unbranded. How are you going to massage in the right keywords and get a buyer's attention on this and get it sold to the right person? By being creative. And when you love what you pick up, and I picked that up, guys, I wore that twice while it was in my inventory, maybe 3 times. When you love what you pick up, it's easier to get those keywords because like what would you search for to look for it? What does it remind you of? eBay gives us 80 characters to work with in a title, and Poshmark, everything in the entire description is searchable. So use really creative words to get buyers to look at your items and pay you $40 for an unbranded vintage belt. The next item was my husband's. I don't know how long ago he moved into the house with this thing. So it's just a Casio camera. He had the original box for it. Sometimes we joke, why do we keep all these boxes? But when you go to sell something and you can put it in the original box like this, how much better does that look? That was my cover photo because I wanted to show this thing is in great condition, still have the original box, all of the original paperwork. So I don't know, when you have a good expensive electronic, I feel like it is probably worth it to keep those boxes in the top of a closet or something. This sold for $24 plus $7.50 shipping. Not a huge sale, but just an old Casio camera. Not really anything special about the camera. I sold another pair of those Walmart sunglasses for $8.99 with free shipping. Again, I only paid $1 for these at Walmart, so and I use Walmart's photos. They were a very simple list. Okay, next 2 items I'm going to talk to you about were a mistake. Not a mistake to pick up, but a mistake that I offered free shipping. Guys, look at this semi-heavy cassette drawer. I offered this up for $39.99 with free shipping because a lot of them were going for around $25 with like $15 shipping. But you have to take something into consideration. The shipping that you see on a sold comp may be the shipping to that person's house. This was not the shipping from here to, let me tell you, all the way in Texas. And I sold a second one for $32.99 with free shipping. Did you hear that? $32.99 with free shipping, and the guy lived in Fairbanks, Alaska. Did I cancel either order? No. I was able to turn a little bit of a profit because I think I paid $2 a piece for them. The second one that only sold for $32.99 was a wood tone. I'm trying to pull up the picture here so you guys can see it. It was like this wood tone one. And guys, these sold almost immediately upon listing them because I was the only seller stupid enough to give free shipping on such a big bulky item. I think the one going to Fairbanks cost me like $23 or something. I talked about it over on Instagram, so if you want the details, it may be in a story highlight or something over there, or probably on one of my posts. Follow me over on Instagram if you like to know more daily about the stupid stuff that I do. But offering an item that was like 20 some odd inches long to Fairbanks, Alaska for free shipping is probably going to hit at very close to the top of the list of reseller mistakes that I've made. I'm telling you guys about it so you don't make the same mistake, okay? This next item was a pair of flats. These are Ralph Lauren blue satin ballet flats. I think I maybe even put in the word wedding. Yes, wedding and bridal into the title of these because wedding, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Don't forget when you have something that is blue and formal to add the word wedding to the title, because these could be that perfect little pop of blue underneath a dress that a bride is looking for. So these sold, they retailed for $79 and were in very good condition and sold for 20 bucks with free shipping. But they were free to me from my friend. My friend Jackie gave me those, and yeah, so $20 with free shipping. I was able to make some nice money off of those. This particular purse is a tapestry bag. Let me show you this. When I saw this at Goodwill, I was like squealing. I thought this was so beautiful and was definitely unique from any tapestry bag that I've ever seen before. This was a very large tapestry bag. I went back and forth with the buyer, sending them additional photos of this. And then in the end, they were actually very happy about the bag, but they said, you know, considering that it is wrinkled and needs some cleaning, this is going to be my best offer. $80 plus $10 shipping for that beautiful bag. $80. I paid like $2 at Goodwill for that. It was unbranded. Here's my title so you know some good keywords: vintage tapestry, carpet, needlepoint, animal print, zebra bag, purse, handbag, Serval zip, because the brand on the zipper was Serval. So consider keywords, guys. It is all about keywords on those unbranded and vintage items. Get them in the eyes of people that are going to love them as much as you did for picking them up. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's video, you guys. Definitely like this video if you like this video. Subscribe and hit bell notifications so you know when I upload new content. God bless you guys. And remember, treat your business like your business.